Hello and welcome to Journey to Easter. Today is Monday. We've begun our second week of Lent, and I hope it's going well for you. Pray for you every day, and I think it's a beautiful thing that we can walk this together. I always say I think it's a lot easier when you can take the journey with others because they can help lift you up, and you can help lift them up when it's needed. Today's gospel comes from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 6. And Jesus says in the 36th and 37th verses, he says, be merciful just as your Father is merciful. Stop judging and you will not be judged. Stop condemning and you will not be condemned. Forgive and you will be forgiven. I remember, back in my seminary days, we had to take retreats. Some of them were retreats with others, and some were an own personal retreat. I can remember taking or choosing to do, a retreat by myself one time. And I'll never forget that the first part of that retreat, we did nothing but focus on my sin in my life. And, it was challenging. It wasn't something that I really wanted to think about. It was almost like, they put a mirror in front of me and they said, let's focus on you. Let's focus on what you do that isn't so right. Let's focus on what you do that isn't so loving. Let's think about those times when you judge. Let's think about those times when you criticize others. I'll tell you what, that really broke me down. It made me almost come to my knees, to a point where I just said, have mercy on me, Lord. Boy, have I really screwed up. Have I really made a mess of things? Our season of Lent, our journey through Lent to Easter, should be a time where we think about those times when we haven't always been so right, where we sinned against God, where we've sinned against others. I can tell you, when you begin to do that, you take that mask off, you shed so many horrible things, and you start to look at how you want to do things right. The more you take that sin away from yourself, you're able to then go and share goodness with others. I know we are challenged always to think of the other, but I think before you get to that point, you have to chip away. You have to chisel away, at what is holding you back from being the best that you possibly can be. For being the best version of yourself, to coin a phrase that Matthew Kelly uses. Today is a great reading, a great message, to remind us that's where we need to begin, to chip away at what's not right. And then we can become, I think, more like Christ, especially to others. We can bring that true, genuine self that God created us to be, to other people. I think some of the reasons that people do struggle, in trying to become that disciple, is that we tend to look at others and we judge them too much, or we condemn them. I think when you remove that sin from your life, you begin to see the goodness maybe in others. You begin to see through the rough edges. So today, as you are journeying towards Easter, as you're going through Lent, I hope you can take a look at your life and maybe say, what do I need to work on today? What sin do I need to chisel away so that I can become that best version of myself? I think that's what we're called to do. So try that today and continue your journey to Easter.